Welcome back to Scolimas Day 4. Today we're going to be learning about one I'm sure you're very familiar with, which is the plank. A plank is a great exercise for those of us with any scoliosis curve or fusion. It's going to be strengthening your core, but what does that mean? It means your muscles around the front here, not just your abs, down the side between your rib cage and your pelvis and along your back. It can also include your glutes, everything that holds you up, especially around your spine. So it's a great exercise to stabilize those muscles around your spine and around your tummy. There's lots of different ways that you can do a plank. I'm going to show you the most simple way that I love for those of us with scoliosis, especially when we're just starting out. We're going to be combining a plank with a puppy pose today and doing our 3 rounds. First, let's talk about proper form, and then I'll discuss how we can adjust it for scoliosis. We're going to do it from our elbows. It's a little bit kinder on the wrists. We want to make sure that our shoulder stacks over our elbow. You can bring your hands together, or you can lay your arms out with your palms down flat out in front. That's really your choice. What you decide is more comfortable. Then we want to make sure that our head, our shoulders, and our hips are in alignment, and that we don't have the hips down too low or the hips up too high. We also want to think about a little pelvic tilt with our pelvis. So that means that we're kind of tucking our pelvis in a little bit so that we don't have a bottom up towards the sky like this. We want to tuck it in and think about squeezing the muscles from the bottom of your rib cage to the top of your pelvis. We want to protract with our shoulders. Retraction would be letting your chest drop down towards the ground. Protraction is pushing your chest and your rib cage, importantly, up towards the ceiling. So with scoliosis, we know that we have some kind of rotation going in, no matter what kind of curve that you have. For a thoracic curve in your plank position, you want to be aware that one side of your rib cage is going to want to be rotating down towards the ground. So you're seeing my concave side at the moment. The concave side will want to rotate down towards the ground. So you really want to make sure you're extra protracting through that shoulder blade to help prevent the ribs from dropping down towards the ground on that concave side. With a lumbar curve, you might notice that one of your hips wants to either rotate up towards the ceiling or again drop down towards the ground. So we need to be aware of that. Trying to keep the hips level. Of course, it's not going to be perfect. There's always going to be some kind of rotation, but we're just doing the best we can to control that. Okay, chit chat over. Let's do 3 rounds together, 30 seconds on each. We're going to have the knees down for our planks. You can lift the knees, but that makes it so much more difficult to control the rotation of your rib cage or the rotation of your pelvis, or both if you have an S curve. So getting my timer ready. 30-second plank. We'll go 3, 2, 1. Coming into that position. Remember, your neck is part of your spine as well. So don't let your neck drop down towards the ground. And you want to squeeze your tummy muscles really, really hard. Think about pulling your elbows back towards your knees. That's going to help engage your tummy muscles even more. Check in with your scoliosis. Don't let that concave side drop towards the ground. 3, 2, 1. Well done. We're going to push up, come straight into a puppy pose. So tucking the back toes under, sending the hips halfway back between your knees and ankles. Reach your arms out in front and elongate your spine. We want to try and keep that natural lordosis to the best of our ability. Pulling your belly button back towards your spine. One more big inhale, then we're going to come back into that plank in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Coming into your plank again. Elbows underneath shoulders. Hips, shoulders, head aligned. Breathe. Breathe. Keep control of the rotation the best you can. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're going to push straight back into that puppy pose again. Reaching the arms out in front. Send the hips back. Try and keep some natural lordosis of your lumbar spine. 2 deep breaths, really stretch it out. Nice, big stretch, that's it. Decompressing the spine. And then we're going to come back into that plank again. One more time. Elbows underneath shoulders, squeezing those tummy muscles. Let's do it. Last one. Remember, head stays up. Keep protracting. That's really important, especially if you have a thoracic curve. Protracting that concave side, really important. Keep those ribs from rotating down towards the ground just the best you can. Check in with your hips. Breathe, we're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll push it back into that puppy pose and stretch it out. Last one. Oof. And then coming up. Good job, my beautiful scoliosis friend. Well done. And just to show you the other variations of planks that you can do, of course, you could lift your knees off the ground, but that would make controlling your hips, controlling your rib cage a lot more difficult. And you can come up onto your hands for a plank like this and off the knees as well. They're all great options as long as you can maintain proper form and your best alignment. Well done, and I'll see you tomorrow.